This is Don DeBartolo, a senior commodity broker and market strategist with Daniels Trading in Chicago. I'm also the trader behind the Trade Spotlight advisory service. Trade Spotlight is broken into three segments, even though it's one advisory, cover the futures contracts, the commodity options, and futures spreads. This is Beyond the Spotlight, a video that will spotlight two or three markets that may become trading opportunities for this week. This week begins with Monday, March 8th, 2021. Please pause the video and read the disclosures to understand the risks involved with futures and commodity options trading. Let's jump right into our first chart. This is the June 2021 British pound futures contract. And you can see I have two trend lines drawn off, going off lower lows here, going back into late last year. These levels are acting as a support level. You can see there's even a 50-day moving average running right through there at 137.56. Recently, we had the market rally, make a new 12-month contract high, breaking above 142, but then closing lower. And then a sell-off proceeded. Now the market's found some support on that trend line once again. I'm looking for an opportunity to go long the British pound futures contract. Right now, you can see though my MACD, this is a trend indicator. It is down at the moment. And this is my stochastics, a momentum indicator. It's pretty flat near the oversold level. So I do believe that the selling may be done, but the market may not be ready to bounce off this lower trend line and head higher. I'm looking for some sideways trading along this trend line, and then the potential breakout to the upside once my indicators have hooked up. See, some of my moving averages are still somewhat pointed up, if not neutral. So this could be happening soon. This could happen this week. I'll look for a pivot point to go long on a breakout using the momentum entry technique if the momentum is hooked up. Potential stop loss would go below one of these lower trend lines. Upside target, I'd be looking at these 142 price level as the initial first target. Okay, the next chart I want to look at for today is the July 2021 Platinum Futures contract. Platinum is a precious metal, and I believe this is going to be one of the commodities to push to higher prices this year, 2021 and into 2022. So looking for opportunities to get long. Already have on a call spread in the July Platinum. Looking at the futures contract here, something to note about platinum, it is a thinner market, so the bid offers are going to be wider on a futures contract. I wouldn't recommend using market orders. If you're using stop orders, which we will to protect positions, expect some slippage, especially if it's filled in the overnight session. So that's something to keep in mind with platinum. I'll also turn to the options market as well for opportunities. But again, you have to look at particular strike prices where there's some decent volume and open interest, as it's a thin options market as well. But this is the futures contract here. I'm looking to go long after the market has sold off back from that 1300 price level down to about 1120. It's a support level I've drawn off, where a potential stop loss will go below this low right here. And let me get that low for you. It is 1115.2, right? So that's where a potential stop loss will go. Right now, though, my trend is down. I want to see this MACD indicator show that it's going to be in an uptrend. Here's the stochastics, a momentum indicator. You can see it's relatively flat, but starting to hook up below that oversold territory. So we had this big sell-off, and now the market is starting to show that it was oversold, and potentially we have a turnaround to the upside. So take a look at this one here, potentially going long a break of today's high, or a look to maybe see what tomorrow brings. If we get another pullback, maybe then as the market turns around, we'll have some stronger momentum in this trend flipping over as well. Potential upside target, I'll look at that 1300 level or these highs right in here. Let me get that for you here. It is 13.10 from February 19th. Okay, so let's keep July 2021 platinum on our radar for this week. And the third chart for today is the June 2021 lean hogs. Here's a market where I'm looking to trade this to the downside. I have a lower trend line drawn off, going back to this pivot point low before the rally started. That low is 82.50 from the 20th of January. And then we had last week a low come and touch the lower trend line, and then the last 3 days trading a couple more touches. So I'm looking for an opportunity to sell this contract on a break of this trend line and this pivot point low. That low is from March 2nd at 92.95. Right now, my trend indicator is flat, and my momentum indicator is showing a little bit more momentum to the upside. Obviously, this is Monday's trading session, and it bounced off the lower trend line and had a nice up day here today. As long as the market doesn't take out this 12-month contract high, that is from the 25th of February at 96.37.5, this formation is still intact. If we take out that high, whether it's the rest of trading today or tomorrow, then I'll reevaluate this formation, look for an opportunity down the line to get short. But if this contract high holds and the market turns back around, closes below this trend line, and then we'll look to sell on a break of this pivot point low, as long as our trend is pointing down and our momentum is hooking down. But again, this is another one that could occur this week, depending on how the rest of Monday trades and tomorrow. Here's a look at what the trade spotlight looks like. It's delivered to your inbox. You get the timestamp so you know when the trade comes out, a write-up of the trade, the precise entry and exit orders, so you know the risk-reward parameters, whether it's a futures contract, option, spread, you'll know. And then you can also tweak it to fit your trading style as well. Any pertinent information like margin requirements, the last trading days, open interest, and a chart you can click to enlarge. I provide a free 90-day free trial to the Trade Spotlight. You just go to danielstrading.com, click on the Advisories tab, and then under Technical Analysis, you'll find Trade Spotlight. You can read more about it, look at some recent examples, and hit the orange button to subscribe. It's a free service that I provide to my clients and clients of the firm. Here's all my contact information. If you have any questions on the 3 charts I discussed today or just trading in general, thank you for taking the time to listen, and happy trading.